Shay, you know what it is.
You already know what it is, man.
What we doing? What we doing?
Yo, I gotta get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? I got no dope for ox. Shit, you gotta tell Keith what's up for me, dog. Dal, don't worry about it. I'll see you, alright? Alright? Rains? Get wet. You know? Dog, you're the only one I got in my corner, man. Don't cross me.
I told my dog he ever cross me, nigga. We let that rain hit him. Any nigga play with this shit, he feel that pain, nigga. Bounce out on a nigga, up that flame, yeah, we done changed, niggas. I saw my Glocks, I box swap, switching lanes, and then walk inside this bitch, my chin up, nigga. I won't tuck my chain. No, I'ma take the winning shot if this bitch for the game. Fell off my Glock, I bought a box, and it don't shoot the same. Ask them niggas if they felt the rod, they ever said my name.
Yo, what up? It's your boy No Game Records, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Smoke and mirrors when you tired of being gassed. That's everybody in the building. The show starts off by expressing that we are protected by the Fair Use Act, the First Amendment of the Constitution, freedom of speech, and all that other stuff. The caption, it is what it is. We're not even going to get too far into it. You know, I'm reacting to this documentary that, you know, I sat back and took a minute to watch. So we're going to watch it, and we're going to give a reaction to it. The Sean Combs, The Reckoning. Sean Combs, The Reckoning, right? It's a documentary Netflix put out. Executive produced by 50 Cent. Excuse me. Executive produced by 50 Cent. So, in that same token, everybody got their own dialogue on how this is going. Maybe 50 Cent's a little in his feelings, or maybe 50 didn't really want to care. Maybe 50 used this as a ploy to get the kid or whatever. But we all know that 50 Cent was hurt behind this aspect, right? So everybody knows 50 Cent's petty. And you can go back to all the beefs that he had with people, and, you know, he's on his wave. Oh, let me fix my hat. He's on his wave. And when 50 gets petty, he gets petty. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you an audio in-depth of the documentary. If you haven't looked at it, go check it out on Netflix. It's 4 parts. I started watching it last night, and I can honestly say from what I was watching, we'll do that after the fact. We'll let y'all get in tune and figure out how this is going. So what we're going to do is we're going to get in the first chapter, which is Pain vs. Love. How did a kid from New York transform himself into a powerful hip-hop mogul? The origins of Bad Boy reveal how Sean Combs became Puff Daddy. We're going to get into this. We're going to check this out. We're going to give our own little, you know, commentary or whatever. But I wanted to check this out because I already knew certain things about this man was around. Happy heavenly birthday to my mother. 5 years without her, you know, should be rough a little bit. So, but at the end of the day, she will be proud of me. So at the end, we're going to talk about this Puffy situation, right? And we're going to get into this guy, Sean Combs. Let's get into this. They saying a whole lot of stuff is wrong with this man in 4 chapters now. That's just a little bit of footage. Puffy been recording. They said Puffy been recording himself for the last 30, 40 years. Everywhere he went, he had a cameraman. So we're going to get into this shit because I have to understand, like, this man was a sick individual. Had to be. He had to be a sick individual. So we'll figure it out. We're going to figure it out who Puff Daddy really was. Let's get into it. In 2025, Sean Combs was tried in federal court on charges including RICO, sex trafficking, violations of the Mann Act. He was convicted 2 counts of transportation, engaged in prostitute under the Mann Act, acquitted of the remaining charges. He was sentenced to 50 months in federal prison. Puff, crazy.
I always looked at him as just being like this rich Harlem cat who just want to dance and make money.
All the ladies look so right. All the niggas, all the real players in the motherfucker house. Put your hands in the air.
No violence in them. But every time I turn around, there's violence. there's violence with his name on it. At the time, there's this tension that is going on between Pac and Puff. Puff wanted to work with Pac on a lot of levels, business-wise, and Pac wasn't having it. He was more interested in Biggie and his career. Puff was very threatened by Pac. It's very threatened, especially if you are an executive who wants the guy to make you money, and the guy is saying, no, fuck you. Around that time, Tupac was going to do a song with Little Sean at Quiet Studio.
Out of the blue, they wanted me to do the song, so I said, all right, stopped off to get some weed. So the weed. Then I was getting a page, where you at? Why you ain't coming? I was like, I'm coming, I'm on my way, hold on. I wasn't thinking, why they want me here so bad? We walking up to the building, somebody screamed from the upper top of the studio, and it's Lil Caesar. He's like Biggie's side man, right?
And we was in there recording with Big and Puff, and I'm yelling like, yo, Pop. And he looked up, yo, what's up, little nigga? I go back in the room, I tell Big, I'm like, yo, Big, Pop downstairs. He was like, oh, all right, go get him. Get into the elevator, and when I was about to walk out, 2 dudes came from both sides. Get the fuck back in the elevator.
Recording artist Tupac Shakur was shot 5 times last night in a robbery.
After surgery, his condition was upgraded to satisfactory, and he checked out of the hospital against his doctor's advice.
I think they're trying to rub me out, really. Well, I'm just going to leave behind $80,000 Rolexes. You know what I mean? They don't do that. In case nobody knows.
Let's look at the facts. Puff is there. Pac has been shot in New York under your watch. Question would be, who knew that he was pulling up?
Biggie, nor myself had nothing to do whatsoever of Tupac being robbed. We that's just a fact.
After everything that has unfolded, I have to think twice about how that situation went down.
Do you think Puffy was involved in shooting?
I believe so. I do believe so. I have proof. And you can see now why someone like a Puff will want someone like a Pac out the picture.
I have to stop it right here because there's something that bothers me in this whole situation. Pac said he believed that Puffy and them had something to do with it. But if you go back to all the vlogs and everything that was talked about, Tupac was warned about hanging with Haitian Jack and Jimmy Henchman. Big done told him, man, be careful about them cats that you rolling with. Them some real live players. Tupac being hard-headed, he's fucking with Jimmy Henchman and Haitian Jack. You see him in pictures. You see him in places together. And when that happened, Haitian Jack and his crew was a bunch of stick-up kids, though. Haitian Jack had a crew of stick-up kids that was notorious in New York for robbing rappers and all types of shit. You hear Haitian Jack talk about it. Shout outs to Haitian Jack. Shout outs to Haitian Jack, man. You know what I mean? Gotta give him a he took the 100 from Rip. But Puffy isn't the type, or is he? Because from what I understand, Tupac was beefing with Haitian Jack too.
You know, Pac was built
not Haitian Jack, but Jimmy Henchman.
While he was alive. And Puff was exalted. That's the bigger picture. And that's the story that hasn't been told.
Who you hearing now is Tupac's cousin. It's about to get real, man.
AJ Brown, what have you. It allows him to get a clearer picture, stretch the defense horizontally faster, right? And it also, the versus makes the defense think a tick longer.
There's a whole lot of crazy shit going on. You know, when I saw the knock the bad way going down, like that shit was crazy to me that shit wasn't there, which is a sign to me like, time to go to the future. Time to go to the future. That was a little.
He saw that Bad Boy building come down, and it was, fuck. Damn, he's just fucked up. He's just fucked up. Puff looking at that shit like, damn, the building going, so it's over.
He's there for the building, I got ready to be so good. You know what I'm saying? So it was a sign to me like that, but I'm saying that shit was there like 2 months ago, right? I'm not tripping. Yeah, it was there.
Puff is in this position where he has all this turmoil, but he's not at the point where he's saying where I went wrong. He's saying to himself, how do I get out of this? Maybe I can convince some witnesses that I'm not the guy who I am. Eventually, he's going to get to the point where he's going to ask himself,
He wanted me to see that. He wanted me to see her face.
A lot going on. A lot going on, yo. So we going. Kirk Burroughs is a person that basically co-owned Bad Boy. Kirk Burroughs is about to expose everything that's going on with this situation. I want y'all to hear this shit for real, for real. This shit is real. Puff out here bugging. Puff out here bugging. Now they acting up. I don't know what the fuck the problem is. But at the end of the day, Puffy's a creep. Puffy's a whole creep. And he didn't care about what was happening.
No, you don't. Hey.
Hi.
What's up, baby?
What are you doing?
I'm about to deposit $200 million right now. I feel good. They're holding the bank over, but you feel it?
Now, what I'm looking at right now is, and what you're hearing is Puffy talking to Cassie on the phone. Cassie has a grand ass smile on her face, acting like she's happy for him. It's September 10th, 2024. He was whooping her ass already.
So you the one. You want to scream in the crowd, don't you? You want to scream. You want to scream in the crowd. I know you. I've seen Puff with a lot of women. He knew how to take a woman and change her life overnight. Yeah. I'm about to pull up. I miss you too. You want to look at the flights and hit me back. Okay, bye. Misa was his very first project. He built Misa in Janet's likeness.
In the very young relationship with Misa, she would come to me, where's the money he's supposed to be giving me for our son? Around this time, Sean is developing another.
Shout outs to Misa. Misa knows for a fact something's up between Justin, her, and Puffy. You heard what she just said. Why she went to Kirk Burrows asking Kirk Burrows, where's the money that this man's supposed to be giving me for my son? At the end of the day, Puffy already knew what was going on. And he wasn't doing what he wanted to do until the limelight got on him. And then he wanted to claim and all this other shit. You'd be surprised if it come out later on that Wolf, Anthony Wolf Jones, is Justin's father.
Right.
Allegedly.
Kim Porter. I said, Kim and Sean? No, come on. Next time I saw Kim, I said, well, if you get with him, make sure you marry him and have plenty of kids because he's going to be really rich. I said it. And Justin, just got joking.
There was a boy, a very strange, enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far over land and sea.
Kim's from a good home, but all good girls love bad boys. And she met her bad boy.
And then one day, a magic day, he passed my way.
Kim was that bitch. Kim did, yeah, she ran that shit. Dad. She was a real woman. Christian, look at that. You would hear Kim say stuff like, I'm not your play toy. She had like, fuck you bitch mentality.
I never seen him actually punch or hit Kim, but I've been in front of the room while I knew that was going on inside the room. Kim would come out with her hair all messed up, her face would be red. He wanted a girl that was just going to listen to what he say, and that be law.
Once you're his, their processes of grooming, it makes you nice and right for whatever he's got planned.
There was a boy, a very strange, enchanted boy.
This is called... Who's Nature Boy?
The greatest thing.
From what I see, Cassie was full of smiles. Cassie was very happy to be around Puffy. So it's kind of bugged out that Cassie would file a $30 million lawsuit and receive it. But from what I'm looking at, she's happy. She was happy through the whole time. And I guarantee you, allegedly, he probably was whooping her ass then too. You know what I'm saying? He probably was whooping her ass then too. And she just seen all the money, seen the fame. He made her career. So she took that.
You ever learn is just to love.
Nah, this is crazy.
This is called...
This is crazy.
Who's Nature Boy?
I gotta show y'all because this is not cool. This is definitely not cool. Cassie was out here fronting. Cassie was out here fronting big time.
Once you're his, their processes of grooming.
That's
It
crazy.
makes you nice and right for whatever he's got planned.
There was a boy, a very strange enchanted boy.
This is called Who's Nature Boy?
Look at Cassie all happy.
It's just to love and be loved in return.
She don't look upset there, right?
It took just a few years for Sean Puffy Combs to move from record company intern to one of the most successful producer entrepreneurs in music history.
Bad Boy skyrocketed. I think I remember him showing me a check for like $60 million or some crazy shit. Our oxygen was not good enough for him. He found an altitude that was right for him.
This is like one of the first homes that I bought when I started doing okay for myself.
And he always remembered Andre's direction. It's about me. It has to be about me.
I decided to start my own fashion line. I feel like I have something to offer the fashion world.
Whatever deal that he got into, he was the forefront, the face of it. He came before everything. When I first met him, he was like, "Welcome to Bad Boy, for all your dreams come true." I was a recording artist. I was a good one too. I was on Bad Boy for life. I went on the No Way Out tour with him. Puff was working on the Godzilla soundtrack. He wanted me to write that song for him. I had a difficult time writing at first because I was writing music that I thought would make him sound good. And it didn't work. He don't sound good singing this song. Not as good as I do. See my errors, know my faults, time halts, see my loss. Break the faith, fall from grace, tell me lies, time flies, close your eyes, come with me. Right? That was my version, right? He go, hear my cries, hear me cause lean, see my faults, see my errors, know my faults, time halts, see my loss. No, I'd be like, bro, that is not what I said. That is not how I did the song. Cut. I had to actually puppeteer him kind of like instead and say, okay, D, say this, do this, and the world is going to love you. The song was a hit. Probably one of the biggest songs Puff Daddy ever recorded. He was dating J-Lo. At the time, I lived in Puffy's brownstone on 32nd and 2nd and 3rd, something like that. Shine lived in the same house with me. He was a young rapper. He was from Brooklyn, signed to Bad Boy. I remember I came home one day and Shine had an AK-47 with the bullet jammed in it. And he was like, I can't get this bullet out. And I was like, yo, if you can't get the bullet out, you shouldn't be having your hands on the gun.
I own a gun, I do not carry a gun. The charges against me are 100% false. I had nothing to do with a shooting in this club.
Sean Puffy Combs is now facing 15 years in prison for his involvement with a shootout.
Diddy came from watching the video from the Tupac shooting at Quad Studios. If you pay attention, it looks like from what I see, it looks like Puffy was putting the guns in his coat and he was able to get off the crime scene. If somebody got shot in front of the building, that means everybody in that building cannot leave without being interviewed. He was allowed to walk past the police, walk under the rope, and skip out of there like he was never there. Go back and watch that and let me know what you get out of it.
The club with J-Lo and Shine. Some neighborhood guy from Brooklyn had some kind of beef with Diddy. Words were exchanged, and next thing you know, guns came out.
I was shot in my face.
There was a woman named Natalia Rubens who claimed that Diddy shot her.
She saw Puffy Combs pull a black gun about the same time as Shine pulled his. Then both Combs and Shine fired.
A stolen gun was found in the sports utility vehicle that Combs and Lopez were whisked away in after the shooting.
Stolen gun.
Combs would allegedly hear Puffy offer his driver cash and a diamond ring if he took the fall for the illegal gun possession.
I transported Diddy that night to the Midtown South Precinct.
Puff Daddy spent more than 12 hours being questioned by police. Still, he stopped to autograph a court sketch of himself.
In this unit, my job was to deal with the rap music industry as a whole. And everybody called me Diddy's detective because every time P. Diddy got into trouble, I was always the guy that had to be there.
He had nothing to do with this, and it is very, very frustrating.
Puffy is retarded. His whole staff, they had homeless people outside holding signs. Like, there's so much that you could do, but you got homeless people holding signs, man.
To keep on going through this, where anything happens anywhere, he's blamed for it. When is it going to be fair for Sean Puffy Combs?
Welcome back to MTV's New Year's Eve Bash. You're high above Times Square. Kind of a tough week this week.
Yeah,
what can you tell us about the events of last week?
It's a case of wrong place, wrong time. But I just want to tell everybody at MTV that, I will be found. People will know that I'm completely innocent.
One of the crazy thing is, before that shooting, Puff already had been in trouble for I guess you can call it a felony charge. Nas had just did that You Can Hate Me Now video. And they had Puffy on the cross. I came into the studio one time and Hezekiah Walker was in there. He's a preacher from New York. He was telling Puff that for him to make a mockery of Jesus wasn't something that he should be doing. So Puff was like, yo, we got to take this video down.
Combs had asked fellow record exec Stephen Stout not to run the clip, and when he refused, Puffy and two bodyguards allegedly pummeled Stout with a champagne bottle, telephone, and a chair.
I remember he got so mad he told the security, we're going to go down to Steve Stout office and do this and this and this. I said, well, I'm going to sit right here in this chair. What's the other verse you want me to be working on while y'all doing that? Come back next day, all of them in the newspaper.
Stout said he suffered a broken arm and a jaw in the attack, but Combs says he never broke any part of Stout.
Diddy and the security guards got charged with assault. Steve Stout was beat up pretty bad because I remember he was in the hospital, but I tried to interview him and talk to him, and he was uncooperative.
Since then, Stout and Combs have settled out of court for $500,000.
Stout has even asked the Manhattan District Attorney to...
Man beat you with a bottle, break shit on you, and you gonna settle for $500,000 when that man at that time was worth every bit of $10 million, $20 million? Yeah, it was more than just business. It was a lot of street politics that was going on with Puffy. And eventually that will come out, and a lot of people will understand that Puffy was a different person. You know what I'm saying?
Drop all criminal charges.
Between the Steve Stout incident and the shooting at Club New York, the DA, he had it out for Diddy. He wanted him. The shooting case was probably going to make him a bigger star in the DA's office if he prosecuted it right.
The fate of Sean Puffy Combs will soon be in the hands of a jury in connection with the Club New York shootings in December of '99.
It's holding up well. I mean, it's tough. You know, he's been praying and he's concerned, but he's optimistic and he expects to be acquitted. He was wrongly accused from the very beginning.
Shine's lawyers conceded that their client fired his gun, but only in self-defense.
Your lawyers were on Puff payroll, on the Bad Boy payroll.
I went to the judge 3 times complaining about my lawyers because they was just dumbing out. Like witnesses be on the stand, they would ask them 2 questions that didn't make sense and then sit down. It's obvious that they were selling me, you understand, in order to appease him.
Diddy got acquitted for the charges.
I just want to say I give all glory to God. I give all glory to God. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be able to walk out here and talk to you all today.
Shine, however, he went to jail for 10 years.
To take the responsibility for that is deep, and I know Shine had to take the responsibility for it, and in his heart, he know he didn't do it.
That's crazy.
What did he do to not have to go to jail like everybody else? I don't know. But I know that everybody who's around Puff almost been to prison except Puff. Even the artists. Now it seems like the more we get into Bad Boy, the more people got in trouble by keeping bad company. We was better off not doing music and having a job. At least we don't have to go to jail and court and die. So he's losing his most profitable artists.
I don't really want to do another album.
Mace.
I want to do something else.
112.
It's a fact.
Total. Faith Evans. The Locks.